شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the Nourisher, the Cherisher, the Sustainer, the Provider, the Protector, Master of one and all. Complete salutation be upon the noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his companion, those who have followed him, those who are following him, and those who shall follow him until the day of Qiyamah. Amma ba'd, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. You're welcome to As-Salam Peace Magazine Echoes of Hajj of today's edition, which is 10th Muharram 1445 after Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Mecca to Medina, which is equivalent to 28 July 2023. My name is Ali Udoma, and the program is here to give you updates concerning flight operations and other information relating to Hajj 2023, inshallah. It is no longer news that Nigerian pilgrims are mostly back at home because the effort of the National Hajj Commission and the flight carriers, talking about the operators, are really up among the best after the hiccups that they encountered at the beginning, that is after the Hajj exercise. So now flights are coming back home very fast and thick to meet up with the deadline set by the Saudi authorities of 3rd August 2023 for all pilgrims to depart the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And inshallah, and we've got assurance from the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria that Nigerian pilgrims will all return home before that particular deadline. As it is in our tradition, we start by giving you updates of flights that have taken place so far before we go to other news. And we have our correspondent over there in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in person of Al-Haji Abdul Salam Abdul Fattah, who has been sending us voices of interview conducted over there, and at times we have him live on the phone from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, while we sometimes bring stakeholders on the program to talk us through and give us live update on what they have done, what should have been done, and what will be done in the future, inshallah. Today we will start from flight operations of 26th, which is Air Peace flight number 150. That is where we're starting today, and it was an Air Peace flight that departed Jeddah to Abuja with 314 FCT pilgrims. And the next flight of 26 July as well is another Air Peace flight that departed Jeddah to Abuja with 263 FCT pilgrims and 4 officials. Same on 26 July, we had Max Air flight that departed Jeddah to Katsina with 546 Katsina pilgrims and 10 officials. That's flight number 152. Flight number 153 is that of Max Air flight that departed Jeddah to Kano with 411 Kano pilgrims. Flight number 154 is Fly Nas, which is an air carrier that is owned by the Saudi Arabia Authority, which departed Jeddah to Maiduguri with 348 Bordeaux pilgrims and 11 officials. While flight number 155 Air Peace flight, which departed Jeddah to Abuja with 314 FCT pilgrims and 3 officials. Flight number 156, Aero flight, which departed Jeddah to Port Harcourt with 442 pilgrims and 11 officials. Out of those pilgrims, Anambra had 16, Bayelsa with 53, Ebonyi 51, Cross River 67, Enugu 15, Delta 53, Imo State with 164, while Rivers had 23 pilgrims. And flight number 157 is that of Air Peace, which departed Jeddah to Abuja with 271 FCT pilgrims. Flight number 158 is Asman, that departed Jeddah to Kaduna with 405 Kaduna pilgrims and 4 officials. Flight number 159, Max Air flight, that departed Jeddah to Katsina with 550 Katsina pilgrims. And flight number 160 is that of Max Air flight, which departed Jeddah to Kano with 405 Kano pilgrims and 5 officials. Then we also have another flight, which was yesterday, Aero flight, that departed Jeddah to Yola at 22:35 hours with 475 Taraba pilgrims and 1 officials. That is flight number 164. We also have another flight. This one is today, flight number Air Peace flight, which departed Jeddah to Ilorin with 223 Kwara pilgrims, and that is flight number 165. And we don't have flight number. Okay, flight 165. Yes, this is 167 now. Today as well, Max Air, that departed Jeddah to Bauchi with 554 pilgrims. Out of those 554 pilgrims, Bauchi had 460 pilgrims, while Kano has 94, which bring the total airlift to 66,361 and total flight to 167. Then flight number 100 with 300 pilgrims and 63 officials. 190 out of the pilgrims are from Niger State, while Kebbi State has 110 pilgrims, and this brings the total number of flights to 170 and total pilgrims airlift to 67,443. Inshallah, this is what we have for now. However, if there are more updates, we will certainly bring it up. But before we wrap up on the show today, there is this voice that Al-Hajj Abdul Salam Abdul Fattah sent from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Let's take a listen to it, and when we come back, we'll wrap up, inshallah.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. My name is Abdullah Magaji, the Commissioner in charge of operations of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria. Yes, pilgrims from Nigeria spent over 30 days in the kingdom. It's not new, it's understandable. If you understand, there are 2 major airports in the country that are dedicated to Hajj operations. The one in Medina and the one at Jeddah. And all countries across the world bring their pilgrims to the kingdom through these 2 airports. And therefore, it becomes necessary for the Saudi authorities to ensure that they plan the flying in and out of the airports so much so that there shall be no chaos. And the planning would require that each country bringing in pilgrims abide by the slots given to them. What we mean by slot, they give them time when to land and when to take off. And that would require countries bringing in pilgrims to be in full compliance. The facilities at the airport and the airports themselves may not be expanded beyond what they are as of now. Facilities and personnel would be overwhelmed and overstretched if the landing and taking off are not fully planned. Therefore, in order to ensure that all countries comply, they made a regulation to the effect that all countries bringing in pilgrims in excess of 30,000 should separate their arrival and outbound also over a period of 30 days minimum. That's to say, if Nigeria has enough aircraft to bring in all its pilgrims within 2-3 or 1 week's time, they will not be allowed to do so. They will have to necessarily spread their arrival and going back home over a period of not less than 30 days. Furthermore, they have another regulation as a measure towards ensuring control in the movements of aircraft in the airport, which will require that if an aircraft, for example, a Nigerian-bound aircraft departs to Nigeria, they will not allow another aircraft to depart to Nigeria until after a minimum of 2 to 3 hours. That was what they call separation period. And all these cumulatively has an impact on the number of days we spend, or our pilgrims spend in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That's why we spend that number of days. But the Hajj rites in themselves, at most is just 5 days, we finish everything. But because of those measures taken by the Saudi authorities, we end up spending much more than 30 days in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Unless facilities are improved, the number of personnel are increased enough to accommodate large number of pilgrims at the same time, unless that is achieved, we'll have to continue spending more time in Saudi Arabia.
Alhamdulillah, we've heard that, and now there is this particular information that we need to bring to your notice concerning Max Air flights that was grounded at Niger Republic as a result of the coup that took place there on Wednesday into yesterday, Thursday. And the information is here. Max Air Limited is pleased to announce that Boeing 747-400 aircraft that was initially refused departure out of Niamey, Niger Republic, has now been granted permission to return to Jeddah to carry the remaining Nigerian pilgrims. They went further to say they express utmost gratitude to the Director General of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, and also the Director General of the National Civil Aviation Agency, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and all the various agencies and individuals who assisted in promptly securing the release of the aircraft. Max Air Limited remains committed to providing reliable and secure air travel services for all its passengers. As always, they will continue to uphold the highest safety standards and operational excellence in every aspect of services. Also, this is what we have on that particular update, so there is no more scare on the issue that Max Air flight was grounded with Nigerians in Niger Republic. At first, the information came out that there was no Nigerian pilgrim stranded in Niger, and now we have confirmation that the flight, the aircraft has been allowed to move out of Niger to continue with the operation of airlifting Nigerian pilgrims in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia back home to Nigeria. We'll keep our eyes open and continue to give you update, because Nigeria has over 95,000 pilgrims this year for the Hajj 2023, of which 75,000 belongs to they went under the government control, that is talking about National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, while about 20,000 were private flight operators. And let's see the information that will come through from now till tomorrow, inshallah, and we will keep you up to date. And this is how far we can go on the program today, until we come your way tomorrow with another update, inshallah. My name is Ali Udoma, and I say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.